Hi, I'm Madishu, and this video will be about unlocking your creativity, no matter if you're a professional artist, hobbyist, beginner, or you have never done art before, because creativity can be in anything that you do. If this is you, then this video is for you. I was lucky that I had parents that supported every single one of my creative endeavors. I was always painting, playing piano, playing guitar, doing sports, doing dance, literally anything. And when I was very little, it was just playtime. I was just doing things for the sake of doing them. But over time that shifted more towards learning the skill of playing piano by learning a specific song, or painting a specific paysage from a YouTube tutorial, or learning a specific dance and training a specific skill. So it became less about expression and more about perfection. And as I got older and became a professional singer-songwriter, that balance between creativity and skill continues to evolve. And it has taught me so much about creativity and art, and I've also read a couple of books about it. So today I want to explore how we can redefine creativity, overcome this resistance that holds us back from being more creative, and build rituals that help us tune into the frequency of creativity. Chapter 1 will be Redefining Creativity. Something that stuck with me from this book, The Creative Act, The Way of Being by Rubin, is artists allow us to see what we are unable to see, but somehow already know. And also, when we create art, we create a mirror in which someone may see their own hidden reflections. Mwah. Creativity isn't just a talent, a skill, or a form of art. It's a way of seeing and observing your surroundings. And it's not reserved for a special few talented people. It's for everybody. I like how in this book Rubin talks about that the creator isn't really somebody that makes stuff, but it's a way of receiving information, and that creativity and an artist is just somebody who has learned how to tune into the frequency of creativity. So the skill is not necessarily the craft by itself, but it's learning how to access that state, that flow state, easier and easier. And everybody is an artist in their own way. It just means that you approach life with curiosity and imagination. Chapter 2, Removing Resistance. Let's talk about perfectionism. I have realized one thing. I tend to be perfectionist with the things that I am not that skilled in. Like, for example, when I make videos or when I paint something. That's when I feel like everything has to be pristine and perfect, and every single detail about it has to be perfect. And I'm overworking myself to the point where I can't even put that video out. I am just looking at every single flaw that it has. And creativity doesn't live in that space. You can't be creative when all that you think about is just going over and over and over and over again to fix details. Creativity lives in a mess, in curiosity, and in experimentation. There was this experiment done once that I've heard about. I don't remember where, but it was about a group of people. First group of people were told to make one bowl in a pottery class over 30 days. They just had to make one bowl and make it perfect. And the other group had to make one bowl every single day for 30 days. Guess which group had more good bowls? The group that had to do one every day for 30 days. That just shows us that doing it more often doesn't stop the flow from coming to you and your skill from getting better and better. I want to add an extra little point to this chapter because I've had people ask me about this so much, and it's about monetization. People think that if you start doing your craft for a living, you will get burnt out and creativity will drain and you won't enjoy it anymore. And I gotta say, this wasn't really the case for me. If anything, I have learned how to use writing song after song after song after song to my own advantage. And I love making a living from it. I would not rather do anything else. But I know for many people this can be very pressuring, turning somebody else's idea into art. So that's why it's very important to protect your sacred space and flow. Make art for money, yes, but also make art just for the sake of making art. Another way that I like to look at ideas and creativity is like energy. So trust your intuition, write stuff down in the middle of the night if you need to, and follow your flow and your gut instinct, and just treasure the ideas and creativity that you get. Chapter 3 is creative rituals and environments in which you can channel this creativity. As we've talked about creativity being a flow or like an energy, but how do you make that energy come to you over and over again whenever you want it to come to you? Routines aren't essential for creativity, but they are essential to sustaining a creative life, especially if you want to turn your art into a business. We don't want to be tortured artists. We want to be healthy ones. That's why taking care of your physical and emotional well-being is a creative practice as well. You can be that girl and an artist at the same time. Now let's talk about what can help us harness ideas and creative concepts. Personally, I like to carry a notebook around with me wherever I go. And if I happen to not have it with me, I have notes on my phone or voice memos that I can record. But the reason why I like a notebook more than have my phone is because you can have so many cool things in here that can inspire you in other ways. First of all, I'm collecting all these stickers from random places. I have this one from an escape room. I have this one from when I voted, stickers that came in with some freeze-dried candy. And then I have a Christmas card that my boyfriend gave me. I have my 2025 bucket list, which I can look at and inspires me. I have so many other ideas about songs, a vision board, drawings, more drawings, music video concepts, reflections. Put so many things in here that it makes this literally come to life. And that's why I like a physical notebook way more. And whenever I feel stuck and I don't know what to write about, I just open it, look through it. There are already so many songs ideas in there that I can just start. And if I don't have something from my own life to write about, I can tell somebody else's story through my songs as well. I'm a very visual person, that's why the notebook is great help, but also Pinterest. Sometimes just scrolling through a mood or a vibe on Pinterest helps me set the mood for the song. When I write songs, I usually like to be alone, but the power of collaboration is also very, very important. There is this kind of friction that tends to happen when you write with other people or you make art with other people or you just are with other people that is very, very precious. When one person builds an idea, the other person is asking more questions about the idea, challenging the idea, and then you come up with a new idea, merge them, and so on, and then something truly spectacular comes out of it at the end of a session. Changing your environment is also very, very important to let new ideas come in. Going outside for a walk, writing in a park, painting by the window, or for me, going regularly to different countries to write songs with different people, meeting new people, having new experiences. You just learn so many things by just not being in the same space all day, every day. And the last chapter will be the homework chapter, which is inspired by Tam Kaur. She does a homework chapter at the end of each one of her videos, so let's do this. The first task will be to start a notebook or a digital folder that we will call our creative dump, where you just write down all of your ideas. All of them, all of your thoughts, all of your ideas, all of your sketches, all of your quotes, and just collect. Task number 2 will be a 5-minute writing or creating challenge. You will set a timer for 5 minutes and you can write down whatever comes to your mind. Just everything, no filters. And the same goes to painting or sketching, and it doesn't need to be poetic or crazy. The purpose of this task is to get you into a flow state. Task number 3 will be to go people watching. Take a walk, sit in a cafe, watch strangers, write about their lives, think about what stories they might have, what pottery or vases might they have in their place, where they are going, what is bothering them today. Art isn't always about you, it can be about anything. Task number 4 will be to start a project without a plan and to have a time limit to it. You can have an hour, 24 hours, or a week. Just start something and create something. It doesn't need to be good. Let it be messy and let the ideas just flow through you. You might hate it at the end, but that's not the point of this exercise. And number 5, the last task, will be to make a project with a very, very, very clear plan. So basically the opposite of the task before. So yeah, creativity isn't a destination, it's a conversation with the world around you, with your memories, and with the universe. If something in this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Maybe your favorite quote or which task you're gonna try. And if you want more content like this, subscribe, because I drop a new video almost every Friday. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.